early summer here, and great time to make fermented spicy condiments from bitter wild greens. This is dandelion or wild lettuce kimchi. So right now it's early summer, it's June here in Minnesota. I'm going to use cultivated dandelions for the greens in this post, but here is just yesterday I was picking the tops of prickly lettuce, which is one of the more bitter wild lettuces, along with tall blue lettuce in my area. And the tops here, these young growing tops that you can see, the deer love these. This is my favorite wild lettuce. That's Lactuca canadensis. You can mix them together. This is a way better flavor and texture. But these tender tops with all those greens and a little bit of stem, the deer love them. So you have to work quickly because they will clear an entire area. So we're going to take our greens and we're just going to blanch them. Now, most kimchi recipes, you do not blanch the greens. I do blanch these and wild chicories because it's going to help it be a little bit more tender, because some of these greens, especially at this time of the year, they can be a little bit tough and you don't want them to be chewy like grass clippings. So just give them a quick blanch. Then we're going to mix them with some salt, about 3 teaspoons for a pound of greens. Mix that all together and just kind of massage that salt in there. Now, once that's done, we'll let them sit for a little bit, and then we need to wash the greens off. This is important. It might seem counterintuitive, but the salt has really soaked into those greens. You're just making it so the kimchi is not overly salty, because you can always add more salt, but you can't take it out. Rinse the greens off quick, squeeze out all the water, and then for the best eating experience, we want to cut, our greens are long here, so we want to cut them into like 1/2 inch or 1 inch pieces. Just line your greens up, and then we're just going to cut them into bite-sized pieces. Next, we're going to make our chili paste. We're going to take a little bit of water, and then we're going to add fish sauce. You can make this vegan by just adding soy sauce or whatever you want. I have fermented ramp soy sauce made out of ramp juice from leaves if you want to get crazy. And we're going to add some rice flour, and we're just going to cook that until it thickens a little bit. This helps it so it helps it be not really, really juicy. You want it slightly thickened just a little bit. And then we're going to add some gochugaru Korean chili flakes, get those at an Asian market. Garlic, ginger, I like to grate these, and this is after the liquid there has chilled, because the ginger really helps to kind of jumpstart ferments. Grate those in there. Gives you a really potent flavor when you grate it too. Now we're going to take our chopped greens and we're going to add some green onions, or in my case, I'm going to add some ramp leaves. You can use green onions, walking onions, any kind of oleum green that you want. Mix in some of that chili paste to taste. And now we're almost about done. If you want, this is not traditional, you could add a little splash of sauerkraut juice just to kind of help it get going. This is a really stable ferment, though. You can also do the seed method. I have some 2-year-old kimchi there, and I'll just add a little bit. Then we're going to pack this into a jar, press it down, and we're going to let that sit until it's sour and tastes good to us on a counter. And I have forgotten, this is such a stable ferment. You're going to see I have a kimchi that I forgot about when I moved, and it has been in a box, forgotten about for 2 years. And it's totally fine. The only thing that happens is that it gets crazy sour. So press all the greens down, get the air pockets out, put a non-reactive lid on it, and then this is just after a day. You're going to see all those little bubbles let you know that the kimchi is working, and then you just let it go. Eat it as you want. You can just leave it at room temperature. It's rock solid. There's the blue lettuce kimchi that is over 2 years old. So what happens with that, the longer you let it sit out, the longer it ferments, the more sour it's going to get. So that stuff is so sour, you could preserve something by putting it in the jar of kimchi. It's so sour. How I use it, hot and cold. Warmed up with eggs is really good. Soups, especially with broth, pureed into spicy aioli is a nice little chef trick. Wild rice bowls and everything with rice. So good. Sometimes I just eat it out of the jar too. There you go. Full recipe is on my website. There's a link at the top of the video description for that. Thanks for watching.